Okay, I am going to start a new playlist. Basically, this is a little bit different than what's for dinner because I'm not just gonna pick everything that's in my kitchen and try and make something for dinner, you know, like on a weekday thing. I'm gonna do, you know, what they call fancy shit. So I'm gonna create something fancy just because I like to. So, this one is going to be a flat iron steak with a chimichurri sauce and a potato gratin. Yeah, so let's get started. Let me do a preheat of the oven here. Let's do 400. Okay. And I've got my meat here chilling out room temperature wise. And let's get these potatoes ready. See if that's thick enough. Yeah, that's not bad. Maybe just dial it down just a skosh. So I want them to be thin enough so that they cook, but also like thick enough so you get like a good texture, you know? I should probably use the guard so I don't cut my fingers off again. That is a lot of potatoes, and that was only 3. Let's put that in a bowl for now. Oh, this recipe also calls for heavy cream, but I'm going to substitute that for evaporated milk only because I don't keep heavy cream in the house a lot because I don't use it a lot. And also, it was $8 at the store, which is crazy pants, and I'm not paying that. Whereas I can substitute evaporated milk for $2.99. So, that's happening. We'll see how it works. And I'm going to do a smoked mozzarella instead of like a Gruyere. chop up this garlic. Go ahead and start the cream, and we're gonna save about half of this for the cream base. Now, I've never tried it like this with evaporated milk, but it should work just the same. So what we're gonna do is kind of infuse, like instead of using heavy cream, we're gonna use the evaporated milk and then infuse it with the garlic and onions. And we can go ahead and season this guy pretty liberally. We'll continue to let this guy rest for a little bit since he's still a little cold because he came out of the fridge, which is fine because the potatoes are going to take a hot minute anyway. Season that beast, let it chill. Also season these guys. Let's use some of my white pepper. And the rest of this garlic and onions will go into the cream, and then I'll puree it a little bit. Put it on top of smoked mozzarella, a little bit of Parmesan. Then we'll come back to the steak. That's warming up. Let's drop in a little bit of pep. And start infusing this cream. I'm gonna turn it down so it doesn't burn. Just so we make sure it doesn't get too hot. This is a bit of the smoked mozzarella that I got. It's actually really good. So this will work out perfectly. Try not to get plastic in it, because, yeah. So, that should be good for now. We can hold off. Let's do, I think this is cheddar. Oh no, that is horseradish. Let's do a little bit of cheddar. Keep those available just in case. Okay. Let's infuse that for a little bit. We're gonna do it short time. Okay. So let's place these guys. This actually might be really big for this pot, but I think we'll be okay. We'll just do a few layers. Just kind of offset them a little bit, because some will be in the cream and some will be out of. So we want to like put a little texture on there as well. So that's kind of why I'm like spacing them like cards a little bit. Yeah, so see how they're kind of fanned out like a deck of cards? The cream will go, you know, semi-half covered, and then the cheese will be on top. So you get like the nice crispy edges up here, and then you get like the gooey center on the bottom. Let's start on the chimichurri sauce while we're waiting, actually. The classic chimichurri, but I don't have any red peppers, so I'm just gonna use a quarter of a jalapeno. And I'm not worried about the chop on this, because I'm gonna put it in a blender. I'm gonna save all these seeds because I like a lot of heat. Do not do that if you don't want it hot. I was gonna add some more pepper, actually. We'll just put some red chilies in there. How about that? A little more garlic clove in this. Just give it a rough chop in. And let's see. Let's do almost like half this bunch. Save this for later. That's about 3 tablespoons-ish. olive oil. That's about 3. I need another, like double that. Crap, I'm out of olive oil. And we'll make that do. A little salt. Run out of pepper too, apparently. There we go. That should be good. Okay, this is starting to heat up for sure. I don't want this to burn, so I'm gonna turn that down. Just a skosh. Mix this up. Maybe just a skosh more vinegar. There's a little bit more olive oil. There we go. I'm gonna let that chill out for a hot second. I'm gonna use this green onion too later. I'm gonna clean up my hot mess of the kitchen. Just a skosh more heat in there. Okay, that was a lot. Shit. Well, we're gonna wing it. That happened. Okay. This should be almost ready. Awesome. Okay. These things are awesome. So you don't have to clean all the huge food processors. This works for little things like this. Stick it in there. This is naturally made for, I think, just like protein shakes and stuff, but it still works really well, as you can see, for little stuff like this. I'm not gonna liquefy that because I don't want it completely there. That's not bad. It's a little bit more than normal. Like, I want to see the chunkiness a little. That's good though. We're gonna keep that. Ooh. Okay. let that heat up. Oh, okay. That is making a hot ass mess. Nice. That was quick. Okay, even though I made enough mess, now I'm gonna have to clean the kitchen. Deep clean. Okay, that should be good. Let's put that guy in there. See if this will cover. Yeah, this will work. That might be too much, actually, but we're gonna let it go. Okay, let's put that guy in there for like 20 minutes. I'm guessing this steak is gonna take maybe 5 to 8 minutes. See how thin it is? I mean, that's like less than an inch almost. That's gonna take like not that much time at all. This is gonna heat up. I'm gonna turn it down a little bit since we have like 17 minutes until this is gonna be done. Chimichurri is already done, so I'm gonna take a pause right here and then I will be back when we are close enough so we can kind of meet them. This is smoking, and by the time we get it cooked and let it rest, they should all be ready together. I always have a hard time watching steak because it's kind of like watching paint dry. I really feel like I should be flipping it, but I mean the norm is to only flip it once. So sometimes I have like a weird urge to flip it like multiple times just to check it to see. But I'm gonna leave it since everybody's watching. Don't want to be like a serial killer. Hi guys. You guys can't be trusted. I'm gonna see our new dog. We just rescued him. That's Finley, the brown one. This guy. Stoners are ride or die. And Scouts are brand new 1-year-old. They want food, but we're doing some cooking right now. Let's just check that crust. Okay, that's really close. Okay. Oh yeah, there we go. That's a good crust. Okay, just because I'm concerned, I want to make sure we're okay. Yeah, baby. Let's let it rest. Chill out. Do its thing. Sometimes I feel like this is false. Yeah, see, we got 99 and it just hit 150. That doesn't make sense. That's gonna take a lot more resting than I thought. We're gonna put it back on. Yeah, see how it's spongy like that? Way too rare. Look at that. Okay, that timer's done, which means the potatoes should be good. Let's see how this guy's doing. That's hot. Ooh. I'm gonna let those guys go. That is looking pretty good. Just gonna put some fresh green onions on top and let that oven hit it just a little bit, and the rest of the cheese. Maybe we hit it with the torch, who knows? I think while that's given like another 5 minutes, let's give this another 5 minutes just to like chill out, solidify before I do that. Anytime I have a chance to use this, I'll give it a few minutes. The steak is going to be great. This will be ready to plate and not like molten lava. And it looks pretty. Now, with a skirt steak, always slice on the bias. Let's see how it looks. That is a little bit too medium than what I wanted, but we're stuck now. Ooh. And that chimichurri sauce. Go. Okay, that is it. That is my first plate of fancy shit. Okay, potato gratin with a little bit of skirt steak and chimichurri sauce. Follow for more. Let me know if you want me to do something specific. I can do pretty much anything. Let me know. Okay, bye.